Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's January 27th, and right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. You can see the ridge of high pressure across Pacific Northwest turns back around into a trough, a closed low here over Southern California. This is what is known as a Rex block, and you can see this still spinning over Southern California, still causing some showers. Some of these storms out here over the Southern California ocean waters were being warned for water spout potential. That's probably still the case right now, moving towards southern Orange and portions of San Diego County as we speak. But the showers will be wrapping up as we go through today and tonight, and this upper level low pushing off to the east, bringing some rainfall where they need it here quite a bit here also across portions of Arizona. And then we'll take a look at the pattern change coming as we go through the later portion of the upcoming week. So you'll want to see that here in the weather models in a moment. Rex block, kind of textbook there. I mean, look at the National Weather Service. That's this basic wave pattern, and it shows the Omega block versus the Rex block. And this is basically what's happened right now over the last few days across Southern California. So you can kind of see the diagram there. Nice stuff from the National Weather Service. But if we take a look at the last few days, you can see the upper level low spinning across Central California. Multiple rounds of thunderstorms here for Southern California. A lot of areas got up over an inch of rainfall, and then you can kind of see this starting to wrap up here as we go through today. If we take a closer look, I'm going to back this up and check out this storm right there. You can see Los Angeles Metro is there, and you can see this one probably got surface base. Had some nice rotation, some lightning strikes. Would not be surprised to hear that that one produced a water spout, although unless you were out in a boat pretty close to it, you probably would never see it. But as we go through this period as I'm speaking right now, you can see this is approaching La Jolla and Del Mar. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these is rotating as well. There's probably some rotation in these storms out there, and so heads up for that. You might even get lucky and see a water spout towards the coastal areas here later this morning. Also looking at the Grapevine there remains closed due to ice buildup on the road surface there. So yeah, we talked about that for a few days in advance, but yeah, no estimated time of reopening. I'm not sure exactly when they put this out. Looks like it was 7:41 a.m. So that's coming up on an hour and a half right now. Hopefully that gets cleared up here pretty soon. Now, taking a look at some of the widespread precipitation amounts, some of the areas, the Palisades got up over an inch. I did not hear of any debris flows, and there's the Eaton fire as well. So hopefully this came, not too hot and heavy. It didn't cause too many additional issues. But again, we needed the rainfall so badly overall across Southern California that you just have to take what Mother Nature brings you at this point. Now, looking at the herd, this is as of this morning. You can see there's a group of showers that are moving on the coastal areas here as we speak this morning. Upper level low continues to track across some of the desert and then eventually Arizona as we go on into tomorrow. You can see the spin in the atmosphere, hopefully bringing some snowfall maybe across some portions, 4,000 feet plus. As you can see that continue to track off towards New Mexico as we go on in through the upcoming days. Now, if you've been watching the last few days as well, if we've had some extreme drought out there across Southern California. This was just introduced here on January 21st. We have widespread severe drought as well, and some abnormally dry up towards Central California also. And you can see the Palmer Drought Index, severe drought. It does show that for portions of Central and Southern California, Nevada, Arizona. Look at extreme drought for the northern half as well, and portions of Utah also. Now, thunderstorm outlook today, you can kind of see they do include portions of Arizona. They probably should have kept that out there. I think that one was producing some lightning this morning. But again, that should be wrapping up here over the next few hours. And taking a look here, again, wrapping things up. Winter storm warnings are still out. Winter weather advisories for some of the higher terrain as these continue to produce some precipitation. But you can see these are wrapping up as we go through the day today, 4 p.m. with the winter storm warning and the winter weather advisory, something similar. This is Phoenix, Arizona, just kind of wrapping things up here as this upper level low pushing across the eastern portions of California. But then again, this could bring some light snow showers mainly above 4,000 feet for some of the higher terrain. Looking at Eureka National Weather Service cold weather advisory for some of the coastal areas, some of the interior areas like Mount Shasta right there. And if I click on that, this is something new the National Weather Service is doing. You can see they put this out. Very cold temperatures combined with gusty winds will lead to wind chills as low as 5 to 15 degrees. Obviously, you wouldn't see the cold weather advisory would have to be much more dramatic in places that are colder, like off North Dakota, South Dakota, things like that, or interior areas. So this is all relative, and this goes through about 10 a.m. this morning. So that's wrapping up here pretty quick. But we have the rain returning here Friday through early next week. Multiple systems coming in. We're going to look at that here in a moment in the weather models. But I wanted to point this out. This is near Del Mar, and you can see that we had some rainfall today, about 0.15 of an inch, about 0.2 of an inch yesterday. Lightning last detected 9 hours ago. I really like this weather station, and you can click on the link down below to save 10% off. Helps support the channel, and you'll have a lot of fun with this weather station, no doubt. Easy to set up. Great smartphone app as well. Now, taking a look at the fun stuff here as we go through the extended. There goes our closed low, continuing to push off to the east. A little bit of a break, but then the system, this one probably be affecting areas Bay Area north as that one swings through the Pacific Northwest. And then you can see we get more of the southwest flow setting up here, depending on what this polar low wants to do. But models are in some agreement with even some atmospheric river activity and perhaps multiple systems, central and northern California, and even including southern California at times. We'll be breaking this down over the next few days and watching that closely. And we look at this morning's GFS. This is hot off the presses. I'm going to update that just to make sure we have all the most recent data. And here we go with that initial system. Looks like this one starts across northwest California as we go into Thursday night into Friday morning. May include the Bay Area at times there, but then we continue that precipitation here. You can see heavy at times and maybe some mountain snows associated with that, and then additional systems trying to move in here as well. And the GFS and some of the European runs have been trying to include Southern California in that. Look at the snowmaker there for the southern Sierra Nevada all the way down to the peninsula and the transverse ranges even on that one. Then maybe some additional systems off through the fantasy forecast portion there as well. So yeah, definitely a pattern change coming up as we go through the end of the week. So glad to see that. We'll be trying to nail down those details as we go through the next few days. And just to kind of show you that the GFS is not all on its own, you can see the pattern change start to emerge here as we go through the end of the week. Atmospheric river potential is evident, and then these systems moving into the state, and then maybe additional rounds. You see it didn't include Southern California as much on the European, but we'll see if models come into some consensus with that over the next few days. 6 to 10 day, you can kind of see this above average across some of the west. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Kind of see the below normal here across a lot of the west coast as well. 8 to 14 days, something similar, and then kind of this mixed bag here for portions of California. Still some below normal showing up for the immediate southwest. And reminder here today that we're still dealing with some elevated fire danger across New Mexico, Arizona border, southeast Arizona. But yeah, anyway, we'll continue to watch this pattern change coming up. Getting a little bit excited for that. Glad we got this nice shot of precipitation down there. Finally put an end to those offshore winds for a while at least. And hopefully we've moistened things up enough to where if we do get a return of some of these offshore winds, it won't be nearly as dramatic. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, click like and subscribe. We will do this all again tomorrow, and I will see you then.